What's up? I'm back doing another video, my last video concerning tiers in KOF and the changes as far as the rebalances for the console version. I wrote the changes down. I mostly do all the time. And I tallied up I looked at my videos and I tallied up all of the changes for each character to see how many characters have, you know, a certain amount of buffs or whatever, and I counted them. For some characters, I'm looking at the paper and, my bad. I didn't exactly put the number beside them because some characters have like somewhat nerfs or whatever, so I'll explain that, you know, right now. And the theme playing in the background is Secret Circumstances from KOF XII. Alright, Hwa Jai. Now for the characters who I just wrote the number down, I'll just say it, you know, like say how many changes they have, and you know, and then at the end of the video I'll just express who I think, you know, will be high tier out of all the characters that got rebalance changes or whatever. And first up, Hwa Jai. He has 3 buffs, my bad. Benimaru, 3 buffs. Clark, 5 buffs. Mai, 9 buffs. Leona, 3 buffs. Takuma, 3 buffs. Now, Mature. She's one of those characters that I didn't put a number beside because I wanted to ask you guys for her, it's for one of her moves at the changes. I don't remember, but one of her moves, it's not, the change was, it went from a 3-hit move to being a 1-hit move, and I wanted to have your opinion on that to know whether or not do you think that's nerf or change, because the damage scaling has, you know, it's been changed to pretty much do the same amount of damage but all in one hit. So, you know, what do you think about that? Shen 3 buffs, and Elisabeth, same thing with her. She has one of those, you know, I don't know. Her counter, the recovery time is long, but it says it can, hold on. Alright, the recovery time is long from her counter, but you can cancel out the recovery time to do a special move. And, you know, you can't do normal. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's a nerf or a buff? Daimon, 8 buffs. Terry, his normal Buster Wolf has the same invincibility of the EX version. What do you think about that? I mean, I don't even recall seeing anybody do the EX version in the arcade, so I don't know. Joe, 6 buffs. Rio, 10 buffs. Andy, 5 buffs. Athena, her recovery is fast. I think it's from her Psycho Ball or whatever. Her recovery is fast, but the hit's done, it's weakened. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's a nerf or a buff? Iori, he has a few of them. One of his moves, sometimes, I forgot which move it is, but it says, I wrote down, it says sometimes it'll combo from a strong punch, and then sometimes it won't, because that's what it said in the changes or whatever. So, and I think it's his like anti-air claw move or whatever. I think that's what it is. Chen, 8 buffs. Oh, and yeah, I think it's the EX version of his anti-air claw move. Going back to Yuri, my bad. He's only invincible on his legs, and special moves are allowed to punish, I think, if they're blocked. So, you know, what do you think about that? Chen, 8 buffs. Ash, 8 buffs. Robert, 5 buffs. Vice, 8 buffs. Raiden, he has, you know, one of those, you know, hard to say changes. His drop kick has no invincibility, but it does half of your guard gauge when it hits. And pretty much the only nerf change to his drop kick was the time for the charge. You have to hold the button down for 15 seconds. But I think it still does the same amount of damage, but the charge time is longer. So what kind of change would you say that is? Ralf, 6 buffs. King, 5 buffs. Kyo, his EX Serpent Wave has no invincibility, but it's fast. You know, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a nerf or a buff or a little bit of both? Kensou, 6 buffs. Yuri, her weak slap move is a grab, but the EX version cannot be drive canceled. What do you think about that? Maxima, he has 4 buffs. Dualon, 8 buffs. Kim, he has a few. His hitbox on his air Hangetsun is shorter. His launch kick super, the recovery time on a whiff is slower. No, both have recovery time on a whiff. Both the recovery time on the whiff is slower for the strong and weak version of it. The weak version of the kick, however, of the super launch kick super, has invincibility but thrusts the opponents forward. And the strong kick version has no invincibility but thrusts them up. What do you think about that? His weak flash kick has less invincibility, and it gives him invincibility on his upper body. What do you think about, you know, those changes? Kim. No, I would say Kim, my bad. K-Dash. His weak fire uppercut, but that's not the proper name for the move, but that's just what I wrote down. Has less invincibility, but gives invincibility to the upper body. What do you think about that? His minute spike comes out on a certain time rather than a distance to where the opponent is. What do you think about that change? And Kula, her Iffy change, shall I say, is her invincibility on her EX race spin has been taken out. Actually, that's not even a really iffy change. I think I missed something there. I think it was the EX version, the invincibility has been taken out. But like if you do the slide after that, that recovery is faster. But that's a whole different move. The slide is a whole different move. But what do you think about those changes? I'll put, you know, who got the most buffs in the description of my video. You know, who do you think got the most? I mean, well, you'll be able to tell that. But who do you think, you know, will be the most usable character, reliable character on your team? You know, are you going to change people? Are you going to change characters? Let me know. This isn't exactly a tier chart, but it is going to show you, you know, the buffs that certain characters got over others. So, you know, just give me your feedback about that. You know, it's TPM here on this wonderful day. And y'all comment and watch it, please. Thank you.